menim nyoma ne bebre a waya aboa Ghana wiase in terms of academic, in terms of economics, in terms of governance. It is a kwenya besia na yenyana na ewo so no so beboa yen na yene no etwetwe enkomo. Doc, good morning.
Morning, many.
Pija mic ni kakra. Yami andum. Now so way.
Okay, ona wan sorry into one answer me.
Me zo mu say hey asema ba. Akrachi fo no. Mon nante na masa sorry into.
No, I don't know.
Afishi apa.
Afipan committee. Why a free show?
Eza mi shiri.
We no menya bianca me pe.
Sa. Me drew a me so me you. Aye.
Okay.
Me drew a me so me. Now balancing. Afinya yenya nhia.
Yeah, I think so. You see 2025 for now. Aba fresh for adwuma na ye sheda ho so. You make sure some maybe and you be parliament na adwuma but break time there. I think it's beyond and then you bit to us and share with break.
You say the hu so.
Oh, so
parliament kakra na.
Yeah. Adwuma ho. So who send obesi balance if you are Jumane constituency so there. But Mr. Fina buying so shall say. A lot of the time Juma about parliament in Bejina buying so.
Yeah.
Because the more I buy no didn't share banner as I see 2-1 a month and then mom we are more busy. But yeah started you know you share them so much because I feel not buying no starting to. Me the check my be me free bus and I'm here Jumao. I buy nature at the office of the president. Very busy environment. The beer on now train now reading now yes. Due to sad transition who they can make us parliament Jumano. I am more relaxing kakra.
But based on baby now ocean.
Exactly, because those days I was by Musa 7-8 years now. Me joined the government. It was a very busy moment. Unya kwan kran na oni adamfo bi crash ya oba kumase only time crash o kwasra obi
you make so crash wa shedo.
That is the point. Convoy to eja so yes utu kwan ni nkroneba but at least for the past 4 months sanya me na me utu kwan akoye me bibia me freedom kakra yes so na yonko ha onam Europe onam America onam Central region a day ya oni ba me ya adwuma no. One day need to me call 5 regions in this country. Yeah.
Sir?
That crew it me travel to 5 different regions in this country. Different Juma we will have come with meeting we will have Bakasa we will have Nini also at your trail. They do about no general crowd bread. But as most of my general relax.
Sometimes you know a opposition so ye kakra.
Oh, can I NPP for the
because me none of me share education minister say hey they say they meet me relax
oh I tell you
me frame mo in cafe see and crack
unya ho twabre kra unya ho twabre but now it's a bit relaxing ultimately that sorry by 6 o'clock I mean in 8 years no I mean the last time in the last 8 years made that sorry before after maybe 4 o'clock.
Hey.
Yeah.
But I want to obi tiechira. I'm interested in that. Obi tiechira was Nkaminya Gideon Boako can push on the vice president. Share. And we nyesika pao. And na me dem kamenya. I'm sure say young guys say we chire near be a party full soldiers in Nasifui. They wish me wenya wo de ho ato ne Nasifo.
Me kai say me brother Boako US. Now say mo de mo tatu kwan pa and I'm say look. Utu kwan ya if you Ghana tu kwan ya me break cra chance your Ghana.
Hey.
You see send the probably bring mo tu kwan ya what happens. Say mo to Ghana na mo ye adwuma say Ghana na wo. Now mo tu kwan ya say obi aba mo ye tu kwan for 5 days or go Europe. So 5 days no. And no more be bring na person we answer no aba Ghana. Because so much ticket my boka and a mako. Into meetings be near and I be a bit my debate 1 year now won't call you. Until once a year be corner program will win that they will call by a free be sideline meetings. Sideline meetings they are packing the day. because one try and yeah some meetings ni nyina ansa na wa ba be take best be a 1 year na on san ko hobio meeting bi abeko bia no so send ye close is to say me na me kasa man no me say advisor obeko meeting bia say meeting a planned or not planned now you have to prepare speaking notes. Tibo was a more meeting be my secretary about there's another request for this meeting.
Hey,
did obey no better than okay Gideon then no pay. What is the subject matter of that meeting? And quickly be work now won't share the name him there. So you have to call people. Sometimes you call some of your professors in the universities, or other friends or Moya Juma or banks and crony but vice president be committee way. Issues we na over discuss. Pacho mona moye juma mo share normal get me some information. So you gather information from different angles to make sure say meeting now or asama obeka eye dear truly a woho. Pacho tell me because on also why you busy.
Yeah. And
now if you no ba omiane be jai meeting now timu sesi and akoye research or internet so. And akọ fresh see obi wo baby. Say dam we can see too and home formation to say. No akọ free finance minister contract no agreement no course you saying my could do here for PPA. What be because until you have to do all those courses.
That's difficult.
Pacho tell me make us say so you have about just 30 minutes to 1 hour to that meeting. Be cry and can't my planning no. So you have to make all those calls until when it comes to that moment, so our wife and our mom cry for a while, you will not be able to answer the call.
And you what?
But
my friend now.
That is the point because as I said, was several boss no interest first. And making sure so on committee no go anymore. Because say oh yeah somebody like about me, obi anim say what be in croniba. Na okotra meeting be more unprepared. Obi abi ho. And the nipa na question almost obi anu na adwen from. Me no starting meeting conversation. Now right from first 2 sentences abeye. Onye adequately prepared for that meeting, I will know, or that conversation, I will know. And you are so making sure that at any material moment, or boss, you are prepared for anything. Exactly. And I want name penny for so yeah, Juma. Don't take anything for granted. Every meeting be our beko piano. There should be some guiding notes. Or no one not all right. Sometimes when you time then discuss and send a sometimes you trampoline so from Accra to London 6 hours Mobit get discussions about 4 hours in the in the plane.
Yeah, names are more enjoy
no. Crawford Danamo to Honamo Mania Brimo. Oh,
interesting.
Internet I will play with a boy pa.
Okay.
Now train now yes now no subjected to third view. So no where the men can say revise it. Into Santa Mobile ya de nyina we bedru ba bi no be able make a suggestion bi na say o to nyina to go. Now was prepare something else.
Interesting.
It's so per church na reading this anomana is a fun.
Okay.
But so when him rape I want to me and I'm more call once be am free how ko US. Time difference you about 5 hours. And as a China 8 hours. To Ghana for Asorin at the size as a Uda. Also call the Ghana your body rhythm no Ghana time. To jet lag a chill. And the time I dear action our Ghana no. China hona diasa. But when you come because our Ghana can have no one now. So you have to stay awake.
Wow. And
work that night in Nhyira because Ghana for CEOs ne and central for we are from margin information almost I almost where jumam. Otwa mo da wonya omo. So you stay tama wo nkro for what China na da no. China for na no mo koye meeting o ma da o. Ba wo Ghana ni na o coin wuntimi na. Nti wo ya adwuma santi ade be chi wo China ade asa wo Ghana na afi na wo so wani ekum. Ba jo te me chena sa. Sa time no so na ade achi wo mo krom ho. E so no mo koye meeting.
What brevo?
Eti uti ho nyina wo pese wo da.
Hey.
Ba wo da enye yi.
Ezi to be na internet a capture kakra so
ko yo da. Enye ono enye ono so because baby a wo krom a me free ha Ghana na me koye. Time no Ghana for da. Sese me mani kum. Wani kum. But nipa na wo koso na country na wo no sa na fe na ade ache. Enti no makotra meeting ase wa bra wo time sese wo deda na aduru so.
Asemaba.
It is a nyame anya wadom na wa anya menti bi a ema wona antafre na ya oto ho na o saboti meters na kan kwa
say so de bi a yente nyoma bi ase nti you tie a politician for
nothing. For nothing. Yeah, but you see, no one say no team but Chiriwa can be out there. Until we swa. They say all your close aid advice and then about you have to write reports, you have to do this, send this, email this to here. Look, it's a lot of say needs our mental frame of mind now. You will end up getting a problem.
Mami busawi. Ba umia woni na ye adwuma no otesen.
Look, it is a year day, so on a year adwuma. But you have to be prepared.
Ba umia.
Yes. And you be na sabe menye superhuman and I ne adwuma say there are brilliant people outside the crowd mo chen ye. What you say you nam you say we shall be no abia wo. But you see only ba umia be ye adwuma say so prepare. The entire make us say Adia na odi ama wo say ye no he knows it all.
Just say
oh ono ankasa te ono wa bin dada onimade no and this all my work is actually bibi mame and also me koye meeting we will prepare some notes for me as I so who say oh yeah na come professor. So that is how you in the year juma. So you work with that mindset. And you don't just get up and write anything and give to him. Obetima ahwe say ya bo say no de ato. And you see only panyin year juma. Now what try de man baako or de ato nchen. Mienu no de ato nchen. Miensa no de ato nchen. It's an insult to you. It's an indictment on your integrity and your conscience and your knowledge. So, Ebasa na next time no who say we a serious person. Because who say mama adwuma baako de okotwere ba na say binyasasem bi anim. Mama was second one de okotwere ba ye no nyasasem bi anim. Third one de okotwere ba nyasasem bi anim. Afi o ma wadwuma no kra bio. Because who say the ma wa a waste of time. O de ba ono a na say was atenase na wo ya ade no foforo. So the mentioners because I me call in the office first day I me call her we second day me call here and I'll catch him and say oh that was 2017 now and I was Gideon we have to do something and I'm say one also cost of credit kwajibosia or bank interest no esundodo but we need to find out a way to bring it down to koye paper go and do a paper on me on how to reduce the cost of credit
so who Gina
you see, before I make us some natural, or no, I join with it too. And now I prepare no dada, but he wants a second opinion.
Right.
To one of my calls, the late Dr. Akoto say, the next day, I say, Doc, by my first assignment at the Amamino. And the Akoto says, I catch him and say, look, so what to me your way? Now we in a year, you win the trust of the man. So go and take your time and prepare. Doing that paper, I went to Stanbic Bank, I went to Eco Bank. It's a bank for no more. So I went to meet Alas and Danny, all these people.
Gurus, no?
Gurus, to listen to them. Meeting some policy makers and to listen to them. Say, what do they? And yeah, I got trade theories. You have to be very practical. Very, very practical. Okay? Now, make us submit a paper na mano me hope say because otu onye na was ade me the command no touch na and any professors are here Juma University or PhD otu ade command professor beauty so train as a sample the professor be US me try dey be my paragraph be or circle ho and or try B.S so American professor na ye funded research to one paragraph or try ho B.S I didn't understand it. TSC meeting and Busan is a prof. What is the meaning of B.S? No, say I cannot tell you here. Whilst others are here. To your point, I call coffee break and Busan and say B.S now church. That's not a bullshit. I don't say some paragraph for you because I'm something that trying. You see, it's a video commanding in an is true. But eventually, the man no, me was sending me email say I should see him in the office. So I know I feel I'm going to name me WhatsApp number or sending me emails I should see. To me call you or cheer me. No, so you've done well. You've espoused some brilliant ideas. So let's take it up and send it to the economic management team. I'm a ball cross.
Wow.
And I can say that was the basis for his trust. Exactly. Until maybe you have to be so maybe read you. I just read. Now now into a man worker and you'll be our consult so wow. You have to talk to so many people to get different shades of opinion in order to push what you want to do. Intermediate, look, because I know how to do it. What I say, but when you're prepared, Obaho 1 2 Besako.
It's simple. Say, yeah, they uncle.
Oh no.
Yeah, na ba umi ani na se phone. Mo ben de mu hu amane.
You have to read.
Kinkai.
Oh, you have to read.
It's a whole school.
It's a whole school. You have to read. Now, 2 books. Look, yeah, now my books will 2 books. Now read it. Now yes, now have knowledge. You know, unya more knowledge.
Inti says sad the way ne the way we see can chire will be or your obemfo. I'm sure says I trust in Nina Ghana for a while. So with all the readings, which have been same ninano. So one near tidy bonny pan say yes, so I've been. Bebu economy ninswa afechire ne se nti ade na mu nyina mo wo ne bia wa bi nyina no Ghana force abo ne so bo a eno kra affect mu chances am we.
Oh, I mean, you see, so economy and management, there's no doubt. You see, sometimes there's a lot of propaganda, but senior or no one can say okay. I think Ghanaians are beginning to see things. There's no doubt. Sir, Amamua President Kufuor Nina Bayembuyan was one of the best in this country. Forget about the propaganda. And then, someone this before kind of propaganda, they are beginning to feel it. Meanwhile, Kufuor the first 3 years, we didn't who no more say. All of a sudden, one was cement price, send us your page echo from 90 something to 120 something or 130. And yet magical. Okay? And now I because I know you made it. Yato electricity mu 14.75%. Yato nsuo bomu 4%. Effective today. Economy bia no manage ya. Say can knowledge I the manage economy. I won't brag, but I can tell you say the President Kufuor team had one of the best. I mean, teams are on normal juma. There's a planning and there's execution. Okay. Anna Sabio Boako force on Chedam for.
Right.
Enti Adebi ha obe make proposals. At the end of the day, no government ni nyina be take decisions say na epese ede yoko.
Okay.
You can't say much. And yet proposals are you make here and I say some of us you suggest ye bia na bind the juma. And you cannot fault governments had na make say one fine juma because senya won kwa wadwene and ye dibu mine so pachote mention. But I know for sure so say focus be a Kufuor time economy now. What is the problem? What you say? You see here per juma a juma ni ho. But the records no so chere say a Kufuor Abano create more jobs than any government since 1992. And found was any obia na enya bia. But the records on the chere say onone president na penso o ma adwuma edoso e chen obia. Na dede kakra okrom yeso eto betting tax, e-levy, emissions levy, which I agree, of course. There are some of us, some of those decisions we took a different path. Okay, Baumia comment on e-levy. Officer, it is not something that must be done. But at the end of the day, and you are no kwane wa by anymore. The entire government took a decision, say, you pay e-levy, and you say, you pay betting tax. Baumia says, so no, you be betting tax if you those things are there. But it doesn't also take away the fact, say, since 1992, ye pa baya wa yi eto every Ghana for Kuma e President Kufuor Abayano. Obekai 3rd March 2017, President Kufuor first budget. Oyi eto anasa otete to mako edu so and a different Ghana for Kuma. 17 different taxes. Abai bia no ha no abagana yes ade ni bi. But ebe kona wie ye no. Or the two be buyer na enye popular. Pachote mention say.
Yeah.
As ato no and also enru 17 now ye den oyi free hono kra. But at the end of the day no. Me sa na nan bia or the buyer enye popular. Ghana for share so eto abetia no. Yan kai kra say
17.
Kufuor buyer no be yi eto be se dun so be so ye den efri ho e ma ye ho toye. Me pachote mention say. Enne NDC for no more say by 2 away near 2 away yes in mobile no may me no and I mean safe ho but must had the num about the shame but opachotre mechanase eti you can entimi master omoye better a chain the akufa the NPP for year but dey ba kon a medi hu ya kakra wo Ghana ni say ye top propaganda more than true issues atrone ye de eti ye makwan na nkrofo na sabio ya na nkrofo bebre kasa ya na NPP for ade na monye propaganda ni bi no kwasem ni sabio babi anyame ede ye fin kakran ba bedu ne na me se mebɔ madwene masi madwene pi na matu krata ne adisua asem nyina ato nche na asem no kore my madwene se medane no a enya me style ba jode me chance sabi abusua bia ne kuro bia nipa wo mo style wo de ye adwuma ti se wo hwe NPP party ne nipa e wo ma no kwasem ni yentimi enye propaganda no to the extent and this for ye no nipa bebredi ho ya sade na mo de ye mo nye bie asama NDC ni bi betra aka na be medin se metra ha na mayede na maka
so twa nkontompo kra obeka ne ye
obeka so tell chance enti yen so ye nipa a ye wo kwan se yetimi tena ase ne ehunu se sama nkrofo yi kan atro bebre ye den ewom enye se omo twa ntro no ntino ne ye jani saa na ye kako President Mahama sama o kan ye bebre ene ubusa na anu ato afa ha ye need 4 months or 5 months e wa ba mu ya hwe ba bia cement Boako akodru cement ya hwe ba bia akodru ya hwe electricity President Kufuor 8 years a odi wo Ghana ha nyina no ifie miensa pe na oto anyina mahoden kan ya bom wo Ghana 8 years 2017 wantum 2018 wantum 2019 otum 2020 yanto anyina mahoden kan ya bom 2021 yanto anyina mahoden kan ya bom 2022 yanto anyina mahoden kan ya bom 2023 otum na 2024 otum 8 years Kufuor di wo Ghana ha nyina ifie miensa pe and ye to electricity bom wo Ghana ha as we hand this for ye na electricity boy de na electricity boy abai bia ni ho a waba mfie wotwe emu miensa pe na to electricity bom just Kufuor do abai wo mo start ye ya o ma hyase atoma friafuwe ye hwe de be kwa akusi enti kase wo na electricity boy na ye din wo Kufuor do abai so a yes ade bia o to a otua sika bia no ni tuye ya ba no kwasam pa so ne se Kufuor do nko ani aban a oti na ultimate electricity boy so de magana for 2018 what is so covid buy wo hwe ye che ye nyina ma hoden kanea che ye so free Ghana for you soon kanea ni so afi ba ko ye ntua hwe e Ghana ha ba ni nyina mu no eno nche sa ho kire aye den afiri ho na ho kire sa wo ho se ne ne ho kire wo ho e na ho kire wo ho ya sa atum di ama ho na de na ahokyere ewo ho na wantum no one de ahokyere ho sa atum de he na ye eti propaganda no na e doso enye bibia na Kufuor aba no enya no right but no kwasam ne evidence wo ho kyere sabio yenim se Kumase Asante region enye puntujuma a yehwehwe nyina ne ensakae
right
enne akwaya ye pese nyina ne ensakae but no kwasam nso ne se President Mahama ne President Mills mfie watwe mo bedi ye nyina kwan be no mo ye Kumase ne nyina kodi asawase mebo a muntaka mfikyire ho asawase ne na kyire ho ba hwa kwan a NPP aban aye wo Kumase krom ha me di ba omiachi ane ebeka 100 kilometers of road that walk Kentenkro no ensane mebo a and now fan sane ne ho ni no mani nyina 100 km ya ye kwan ni nyina hwe kwan a da ban kwan ene ne nkro ne ba hwe bosomtwe kwan ene ne nkro ne ba hwe bantuma mfikyire hwe nhyiaye so ene ode sen manhia ene san mfikyire kwan ne adade ene kura aka ba no so nkyere se akwan a ewo Kumase nyina ya ye ne Asante mantam nyina eye politika makama kageti phase 2 yanwie so amintachi na ba omia na work say look sa no ma we nyina no na ka bia esese etumi but the evidence e wo ho kire say akwan a NPP aban aye wa Asante region han NDC betime adimfie du no omonye sa akwan ne ma Asante ba no so nkire say ya solve Asante man problems nyina aye den awie on NDC ni betima atras na wa kan sama to NPP ni kura trim so NPP bae aye Asante omonye hwe meanwhile ye hu 8 years of President Mills and President Mahama e wa Asante region ha ade no mo yemaye so unti edu ba bia ɛsɛ sɛ nyinaa yɛtena ase ɛnyɛ nsɛm no a nkurɔfoɔ ka ɛnyɛ nokorɛ no ɛna yɛsɛ yɛtwe adwene kɔ so baabi wokɔ mo so negative news sells faster ɔgyanyɛ saa na ɔmo ka papa no deɛ ɛyɛ a nkurɔfoɔ nhyɛ da ɛnka ne bebree enti sɛbio baabi a NPP yɛyɛ kɔduruiɛ no saa berɛ no yɛyɛ akɔ akɔduru there is no way NDC ebe show commitment to this region aye adwuma che the NPP aye wo ha
as in NDC ne Ashanti region no
exactly omonye what you say but the NPP ye nyina akire no still there are problems with brace wo ha because we dey na nkese mutimi ye den e solve my yes we dey na betima e solve my because say ye mre na wontimi nya bibia nti na wagye atom say ye nim say modi my boy ye nyina akire no adwuma ne bebre ho so a ye ntimi anye den ye ntimi anye ye no manfo akasa ne yahwe se ne besi aye enti men kasa bi a MPP for ye soro abofo ana se bio ye mamek susogu Ghana for enum ana ye fa Ghana for efra asase so kodru heaven ba no kwasem pa ne se ohwe modemo ene adwuma ye na wo de toto sabia manyasem ne ye na wo no obi na esi aka wo de toto de NDC for enso ba aban mu omo beye ne de omo ye ya 8 years at President Mills no Mahama Baye 2009 to 2016 2009 kwa no man to nyina mahoden kan yabom every year no mutum in fact 2015 ana ko I would say doom so emuaye den power Ghana ha no omoto nyina mahoden kan yabom 90% e wo Ghana ha 90%. The highest at President Kufuor Aban atumu was 56%. That was 2003 to 2023. Last year 6%, and Mahama atumu 14.7%. Yet NDC debe kasa wane boso akasa dieden so as if you say only 14.7% na watumu no kura no. Eye chehe Kufuor to adwumayefo akatua mu. Na Mahama mo sie sa, omo sie se na omo buy say no matum 10%. 10%. Kufuor peja koko price e ko 3,100 or so. Omo so e sa ye buy e betum 6,000. E be 7,000 and ne 3,000 e kwa na omo ka kire adwumayefo say 3,000 e kwa na e doso. We wona omo ye dia ban na hye omo nsemo. Enti o hwe na wo de normal to ton se ne na wo hwe adwuma previous government ye ma o man COVID any Russia-Ukraine war issues by ma sabi amaya kase America no nyina ebu nechi na wo hwe se na Ghana yesi ya ntibusa wo se ti kan disi for power na COVID ne sa Ukraine sem beto ma enke be konfa Ghana ni bia agetum sa Kufuor the first term it was super fantastic COVID baye nipa tena fie afe baako obi yankwa adwuma lockdown okay aban sikasem enko ne ma ba ne nyina mu no enoma na Kufuor aban ne yema ahia for wanka da biara da sa COVID aba we enko adwuma we ma aban sikasem ya nti free senior high school medem nsa ka say Kufuor anya bi da MPP aban ne gina ye na so ka say esa sa ade we ye beboa ahia for ne mobrowa fonti no emfa ho ne ahokyere aba wiase ye gina ye nan so free senior high school no performance school free abaya opeso boa mobro afọ na yes ade wanka da biara da say COVID baye esan se monko adwuma nti maketua metete so ana say wo ye teacher na wo ye adwuma mfie miensa metua abosome miensa pe se ne na Mahama abaye no COVID sem ne Russian Ukraine war mu nyina achi no dwuma ni bia ni ho abosome so ye okasa bosome aso ye ntua meka e see that never in this country ijina ye na so make sure say dwuma esese ye momo yakote adrumra so ne nyina ne hahan na sesa ban fanyansa kwan so kopɛ bosia ebetua Ghana for ka even though yankwa adwuma ne yetua ka health workers anomudi COVID anim Kufuor de so makatua machemu mienu me de fast aye den aka ho de amamo aban ben na yes ade na Ghana ha ban ben na yes ade na Ghana Kufuor aban ye ne nyina MPP aban yes anoma ne nyina de ma Ghana for enso ekɔ wiase no ebia sabe anamo ba kon sabe wo nante a ede abe poli kakra enye sa ba bi ba ko mienu miensa bia ye poli ye no nipa gina so e de punish Kufuor aban MPP aban eto abatia ye democracy na ye practice enti ye no obia ni grudge ye no obia ni ntokwa nanso no kwasam no ne se esese ye magana fo hunu de yetumi ye omo akasa so mani tua ene yewra mahama no abeso akonya no obi ade ani di akire o sha ase a o so beto koko man na o so ntimi ntum ye hu cement price asembe na mahama anka wa campaign o say obema ya ma flat rate and as a flat price e was cement and yes o say obema ya to cement 30 cedis and yes na mahama kai
yeah be there now
campaign time somehow kai
30 cedis
yeah
how
o say flat cement price above from
30
yes
well
and the cement price away from 90 baby for some ton 130 e be no some ton 125 say your lower end 125 for class na babeka say see ya was start here until with time president Kufuor free abemo e dinner time ya so Kufuor Ghana Telecom pacho so kai Kufuor na Vodafone and I say and Kufuor hotel Lupri and na yampeneni mashakra and ne obia ba be hu say na Kufuor aban na NPP aban ne de na ye de e ye dutwam
ba yon Kufuor mo ka say na Kufuor do NPP no ente se Kufuor NPP no I'm sure say ye wo NPP fo bebre no mo ka say NPP a ye nim no enye de na Kufuor do ebeye no e bi nso a watigi is it not fair to assume say Kufuor wo a certain standard ma NPP it is a mo ntimi achieve sa standard no kra dia ene e be punish you.
It's true. You see, to some me better hey. Before we tell more a certain standard mame. Come say what they work with school or what I say. I mean, ubuade ti kasa bi ha ni kwa so kasa. Ayesa sorry ba any suffer. So boni sorry ba ye no. Enye boni ketwa. So for ukoyemu 1% to cry, what's in between Ghana hanging? I appreciate the fact that Ghana for a certain standard be a modern measure MPP for different from NDC for cry. And now be NDC for back account before the MPP new bill and no kaketu na modia and fatamo all the merchandise and it also shows to say naturally people respect you. For a boom or more certain high standards. The unfortunate aspect in this one is say dipa rate you high sir. A money so difficult say the obey biano and found say the way and a bro nipa on any jina can see so dear bebre. Nasto who is as I won't share that because oh dear. Gabet try bro no car and yet is and was to send be what I say. You say oh dear mood nin corner by and no sa standards no ayana a DMPP phonia. Because NDC for a year be big to abi na and also cry as a for you okay. MPP bet my idea soon be and so Nanny Perfuse say, oh, Nanka Pesa will ye more went to my yanisa. Meanwhile, so yen about to accrue ya near ye yeko. I'm free say a cost why it may not be fair to MPP for. But the American say, ya appreciate it, sir, standards now and Crawford, at the measure, any respect or more what the my MPP for, say, more dear, is to sumo with a different yardstick. But Nina also say, as I say, a year honey, ye become. Mentana hana men kase, Bibia, a course so President Kufuor, a mamma was 100%. I won't say that. Even though NDC for by the send this in the Babbage and Harbour Casse. Or no, be a cost of my bum and in your home. What the merchant by MPP for no, I am very open. So the merchant say, and you be an America a chair ye at the Ghana for. Na sana Bekayan, ya nipa, and from so nipa.
Right.
So, and I want to do be another policacra, and yet,
but dear, Nasam from so mohu. The Ghana for Kasam from so na why not? I have a position no mohu. Oh, that's all because now woman no Ghana for the car, Mupushano, because one of the things no Muslim say, now you too arrogant. You can't ye Kasa Munti, Mupushan and Trese as a dear name your crown must see here. Then so 4 months, Pepe Mohu says, and
4 months, Pepe, but you see, say be different people.
Yeah,
Nipa hold on your former party. Obiane ni su and in the buy. By the end of the day, Sankati no yase Boako cry nye ne befra and Katipanima, a saying Katinina, and yes,
yeah.
Inti untimicas, oh, win at the Subanya, say Boako cry, Mune nya, a yenina na fry. Mejitum. say a drew baby nipa ni be attitude any su any biny be. Sometimes we are crown and agent or no be kasa na be sound say hey minia and you wanna ko patch or my to abama majority yeah and our political parties in Mubia NDC for I don't have any metric but I know say Ghana phone him say NDC for ya homa so NPP for but yen susu say NPP ni bi betima ya but I say for near sorry bad oh enti emfa ho ne kasa bi a NDC for be kan ne atemdidie kasa bi ne ade asa ya Ghana fafa ne so we mu de saa na omote ban NPP ni ba ko pe ko ye bi mo de mo na mo se onti ni nyina e wo ho enye bi bia e wo aban mu na ye nyina ne ye ne je ho but you see and uncle focus and now you know when you I don't know my it doesn't work like that in a human society it doesn't work like that you near my near panomotifi and no be because we fear and in your home by encourage bontin motonton sansan and chairman for say me yes say many your home sister or yes say how many you don't do that you deal with it in house and sometimes we how say baumia ade we cost no yenim say wo ade we ehwe wo se na wo city ana wo mpade na wa ma meka vice president ben and our ye part of aban no now we say asem wo fie enye obetra radio so na bobo mutonto sansan it doesn't work like that patriotic mention us say enye kra na you express your views our cabinet any meetings ase o metra bonten and say na why wadwen say wo nka ho oh enti wo mo aye o mo yesa na sabe adwuma mu ha moti mo ethics amode ye adwuma no we brain na bia wa adwuma mu ha wani nya wonti metra afidie yi so na wonka but what mention us okay for to what extent
obra wo mu bi
but mo share meeting ase amegidi say e bi kura de bi ha no manager akoso and so ye de ama ase bra beka ho asem ha enya sa that enya sa that it doesn't mean say uni adwene but adwuma ne say asem wo ye ba ye no say na ye pese ye den ye ka no won na wo ye host no as I saw Bana Babeka
professionally.
But be a make us a moye meeting when no manager crack coson tokwa. Baba do hanu power ni my when him sere. Do be an why should I psyche wagene say I deal with mempe. But since a company na decided say near Passia Yenon. Sana me we so be wie no wadan fo bo say amedi hu ya pa na de na mo ade we una wudi waka sa okra na wo champion ba bia mo ye meeting wo so sorry ti enti in a corporate environment company bia ni wa company take decision manager say mani nye ho me kwatra radio so akokase mani nye ho and then why you say oh free company no more but what mention us now you see it doesn't work like that so you're part of a political system you work to perfect it it is a baby because now they want to see free mo want to see free ma not just when you want so beboa you have to stay make your voice heard
which was said that was the situation of Dr. Baumia.
Oh and you Dr. Baumia anko Akufo-Addo ankasa kora so ka ho bi me aso me ka ho bi I tell you and yes, some yana betumaka. But there are decisions president to her ya take here wakasetia decision but majority is saying it went ahead and did it. Actually what mention us. And there are decisions so ya committee president support you also support at the end of the day majority decision. Why would you assume say be about the baby and Akufo-Addo support? No. What mention because me cabinet meeting more. And I sit in so many meetings. I know there have been meetings where NPP, National Council, Cabinet meeting, President Akufo-Addo didn't support it. But we are saying, he came out and spoke as if so no crown this idea no buy.
Because I mean, also Only Up.
Obekaye the famous HEPIC. Say, I'm no more at that time. So Safma for another finance minister. I say HEPIC, no way. Embasso. Adiaba chairman read the budget. And our cabinet take decisions are still you buy a HEPIC. Necessary this budget. And you're never can but no more you know so say HEPIC I the buy now Safma for Bonya Day. And you so and so no be parliament every day. So when penifobia and incomo I'm a man who say or Safma for Nagas no support or because of Safma for the HEPIC.
Okay, so would that be fair to say e-levy, debt exchange program, and then sa betting tax no, Baumian and ninja.
Menka say enye Baumia nko e-levy I can say on authority because Baumia no wadi ka ba bonte kra be ka say e-levy yeah in fact that time no na edi no nya ma say e-levy pacho utie me I remember say before 2020 elections no na discussions ewo ho about taxing sa digital transactions na D11 no cry. And I remember in a lot of the meetings, including position papers, bibisa ebe kwetia sa financial inclusion, ne digitalization agenda no cry. So but me made arguments to say, look, you can't even do things like this. Into no kwame if I can interview before the term 11 krebe bano, and I say, look, any policy ebe say yen tase sa momo transactions na nkron bano, retrogressive. Emwa to onone de bibisa na onim se bibisa bitimi aba ofi se emwa. He made it open and he spoke against it. It is not secret seba omi didn't support e-levy.
Okay,
na ompe patriot emergence, but at the end of the day no majority decision and a buyer patriot emergence we no ultimately my about me say me pay e-levy into my free abai anymore. And I'm a resign as vice president. It doesn't work like that. That exchange.
No, for us.
That exchange, I can also say it because government took a decision. Okay, and you're about me and Kwana name for us. Yeah, you're not Kwana name for us. Not the entire debt exchange, but the my friend is a haircut.
Yeah.
Component debt exchange is an entire what you say component, but an aspect of it. Nani pebi emfoaso, and one of such people are now among foaso say a better touch pensioners. Okay, say pensioners for bondholders ne sankronibano. One of them is Baumia, and you know there I know some other people in government no more foaso. At the end of the day, government took a decision. Say, sa component of the debt exchange program no, emaso.
Right.
In touch pensioners in this anoman. Emma President Ebeye announcement. Remember, President Kufuor, because of that cabinet decision, Ebeye announcement to say pensioners any sa we say no, they will not be touched. Into that one too, it is not a secret. Into meka look, it is not a secret. Into meka onye bibia. But at the end of the day, despite the decision say pensioners will not be touched during the implementation, they were affected.
Yeah.
But what I mentioned as to the happening here, government decision say debt exchange program haircut ne pensioners sika aban finance and cannes anoma na echo see you know. I'm not here to answer that. But what I mentioned the authority resides with people who have that. But it is an open secret. Said that decision was made. And then the president general Suya announcement is end happened. And still it happened. But what I mentioned those ones we leave it to those who are clothed with the powers to talk about.
Mami ma 2 minutes bi na mimusa. Minim se o support say yemfa Bawumiambra. Enti sa question kra de mimusa. Ba mibusa di enti na e wo se delegacy sa toma Dr. Bawumia na obeto aso.
No, we are not there yet. The America say say party ewan sheshe. And for one say binuma jampo start now. I'm not going to sit here to endorse something that is wrong. But what I mentioned at the last National Council of the party are taking decisions following a query report, as I say, reforms, restructure party, how you conducted polling station reorganization, because part of the issues are reflected in the Okwe report as espoused by the General Secretary.
Right.
So yes, party for only be any happy with our delegate system. And it's just a select few no more to abayi MP ko yisi no hon sensem ne hon kroniba. So let's look to restructure. I been so happy. Say you were 4 years in a regime. Yeah, the 3 years and a 2 about NPP more internal elections. Now, 1 year penny national elections, especially the time I did a presidential candidate. What is called Japan nominating focus? Say latest by December this year, year presidential candidate craft first and Sunday. So those reforms and the party are taking decisions. Everybody should put the gun down. Now you go through our process and yes, our reforms. Yes, our reforms. The timetable in Crony Baba. You bet you die basic. We are not there. I don't have the authority from the party.
All right.
Say mitimi radio so kase me pese ba omi ababio na say ntina me pese obabio. Me yes na as a party nhye de atokwan so no. I shouldn't be the one to flout that. With all due respect, me pese me go into that argument not now. For now no, ya to abawie, ya lusu. Ye nam ye dan krofo ase enye obi a na ebetima akọ na akọchia ne se ye da ase ye kọto aba me MP me be call MP no me konkrofo kosre in fact me other colleagues ebi kọ wo fufu ebi kọ ka treat ase ebi kọ doye enti ye hunyansa akosre nkrofo dia ya to aba we se ye hunyansa ne ye de ye kọ do mase enye new Professor Dubu Ahe did it, President Kufuor ye the same thing, President Kufuor ye the same thing, ba omianso akọ election walusu wase party nka no ho ne yenko das nti sa process na eguso ayeye Ashanti region be wie ne aye 5 regions aka 11 more regions access ye kone ekoye ye wie sa exercise ni nyina na nhyehyɛ ya party de beba no ye diso ne ya adwuma ebreso se party amakwan say ya open yanko presidential primary na baumia decide so obeko sa primaries be beba ya be kire Ghana for the entia ye free say yes sama baumia kwa ebeboaye but this time around no, men lead me into the temptation.
Me dance we de unia penya ba
hanti senior doc abanti I tama we the message say first no na cocoa board for omo tea chocolate and friends more powdered ibe the better one royal one aboa mrante ne pa
to me shade
eti Dr. Randy Abai we say omo production na omo nya available na aja me obi si office anopa bia so obi aye no hodu eti doc ya bo akwa ba